Yo, what's going on, guys? Below started coming at you with the Elder Scrolls Online TAMERIAL Unlimited, and I hope everyone's helping. Leave a like, share, subscribe, leave a like, share to all your friends and family, and thank you guys for tuning in. And today we're gonna be doing quest after quest, and I hope everyone has a good day. And I'll see you guys inside the chat. Let's get right into it. Right now, we're gonna be defeating Orator Solatan because we have to get rid of Solatan's curse so this man could venture into the ruins. So let's get right into it. There's gonna be a lot of raids here. So we got a mallet, red rock and roll. Yo, this game is lit, man. Yo, back up, son. Woo! Look at that. No flocking around, man. Oh, we made it. Alright. So now, we're gonna have to defeat all these souls, alright? These skeletons. Skeleton Scout. Defenders. See if we can get one's attention.
We have been betrayed! They are...
Yo, you can chill. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're switching to the bell.
We have have been betrayed! They are upon us! We have been betrayed! They are upon us! Betrayed! They are upon us! Circle around!
Greetings.
Buy and sell, here and now.
They say...
Robbery. They said I...
Vivix.
If you must be told the...
House Halalu maintains this fine financial institution. Your...
What do I think about this game? And is it worth to buy? It's only $8 if you have PlayStation Plus. And yes, it is a lot of fun. I think this game is worth trying out if you haven't tried it out already.
I've got just...
There's tons of quests for you to do. There's a lot of activities you can do with your friends, such as PvP and PvE. PvE is more like open world, like exactly what I'm doing right now, just doing quests. You can do that on your own or with friends.
We're just about ready to set sail. I don't know about you, but the moonlit is looking a little too close for comfort. I was planning on sailing to Sadrith Mora next, but I don't mind taking you to an Alliance capital. Trade is always good in the capitals. I don't like the way the mountain rumbles these.
It says I have to go on here. I don't know where to go though. Got myself stuck.
By the three, I've never seen.
Let's just talk to the benefactor. Now I got myself stuck.
We're just about ready to set sail. We're headed to Sadrith Mora, if that's where you'd like to go. Just decide quick. I want to sail on the next tide.
Anywhere but here. I got myself stuck. That was not a good move. No problem. I'm happy to help.
glad that this town sprung up around Telanaga.
Need to travel around. If the place has a port and a dock, I can take you there. Where do you...
I need to go to Cold Harbor. I just realized where I had to go.
I don't like the way the mountain rumbles. I was planning on sailing to Sadrith Mora next, but I don't mind taking you to an Alliance capital. Trade is always good in the capitals.
Where is Cold?
By the Three. I've never seen the mountains. We're headed to Sadrith Mora if that's where you'd like to go. I was planning on sailing to Sadrith Mora next, but I don't mind taking you to an Alliance capital. Trade is always good in the capitals. We're headed to Sadrith Mora if that's where you'd like to go. I was planning on sailing to Sadrith Mora next, but... I don't like the way the I was planning on sailing to Sadrith Mora next, but I don't mind taking you to an Alliance capital. By the Three. We're headed to Sadrith Mora if that's where you'd like to go. Just decide quick. I want to sail on the next tide.
It's not where I need to go.
We're just about ready to set sail. I don't know about you, but the moonlit is looking a little too close for comfort these days. I was planning on sailing to Sadrith Mora next, but I don't mind taking you to an Alliance capital. Trade is always good in the capitals. We're headed to Sadrith Mora if that's where...
Guess that's where we're going. I'm trying to look for Cold Harbor, but I think that's where I was at already. There's a quest I have to do. I'm just gonna go through all of them.
My ship's the fastest vessel. If the place has a port and a dock, I can take you there.
Until I find the right one. Because I have to do this quest that it tells me to do, so I can get this really cool armor piece. So that's what I'm trying to do at this very moment.
My passengers don't... Of course. We're at your service. As long as you want to travel to San...
I don't want to go to Santa Mora.
By the Three. I've never seen the mountains so active. And Bardao. I was planning on sailing to Sadrith Mora next, but I don't mind taking you to an Alliance capital.
And there's quests everywhere you go. And I mean everywhere. So you never have to worry about a quest because there's always going to be a quest for you. Did I make it?
Somerset's days of isolation are over. You ought to visit someday. You'll never find a more beautiful land in all of town.
Called an orrery.
I've done more than hear about it, my dear. I've seen it myself.
Oh, well, this one here is it's broken anyway. Hasn't functioned in centuries.
This is where I have to go. Is that where it's at? Green Shade? Found it. Wait, what? Wasn't I just here? What the? I was just here. We're gonna see if we can just travel over there. So let's try to get our way out of the city. Follow this road.
Help me!
Okay, we're gonna deal with these people later. We have to try to get out of the city for now. Don't belong here. We could get insta-killed at any second. So let's just... Shh. Oh, I guess we don't get insta-killed.
Split up!
They are pretty strong though.
Stand out!
The Grimoire version is another DLC. It's part 2 of the online TAMERIAL Unlimited. It costs, in American, it costs about $60. But if you want the upgraded version, it's gonna cost you a little bit of...
Stop! Before you enter this village, a word with you.
It's gonna be an extra of $70.
Yeah!
That's what the upgraded version costs. It costs $70. No, I'm sorry, $77 or $75. And wherever state you live in, that's the tax fee is around $77. But overall, I think the Grimoire DLC, it looks quite fun. I never really got my hands on it, but when I did, I would try
Stop!
it out.
Before you enter this village, a word with you.
No, I don't want a word with you. I'm trying to talk to my chat, and I'm trying to get to this other place, to this benefactor. I don't want to talk to you, good sir. Leave me alone. Why don't you just talk to these other monsters? There's wolves. I just realized that. That'd be funny if I go all this way for nothing. It's good to see everything. Nice little... It's okay, wolves. You're okay, wolves. Wolves? No! I'm swimming. Should be fine. Unless you see monster just kill me. Well, I don't think there's a sea monster yet. Not that I know of.
He's not the sharpest arrow in the quiver.
No, this is the place I was.
All this way and for nothing.
But if you want to see me play more Elder Scrolls, if you guys don't want to miss out on a single stream, be sure to subscribe and to click on the notification bell. If you guys are interested into more Elder Scrolls Online TAMERIAL Unlimited. Let's see if we're going to get. I don't know if we're going to the right direction or what. turn around.
Yeah.
Just turn around and
Yeah.
let's try to go west. Thank God I have a horse. Can you imagine walking in?
Yeah.
Gotta find a way back to the forest.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, there's crocodiles? Oh, okay. Whoa, I was not expecting that. I think there's sharks in this game. There's crocodiles. Whoa, there's spider. I'm cool. I am cool. Oh, there's monkeys? You can fight monkeys? And the more west we go, the more crazy it gets. Going to the good, we're going west. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're going to another area. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Start going there. Let's keep moving.
Yeah.
And where am I going exactly is this little area right here. Because this little area, I have to go to Marbrook, and I have to go into this temple to go talk to the benefactor.
Yeah.
It's in Green Heart or Cold Harbor, something like that. Something. So we just gotta keep heading west, right? Gotta keep heading west. This is north, let's go west. Keep heading west, and then
Yeah.
we should come across another area. It's gonna be northwest that we're gonna be heading. Keep heading in. Make sure we don't get off track.
Yeah.
Let you guys do your thing. Okay, it looks like we're getting to enemy territory. You need to chill it. run back over there. So we got ourselves a chest. Woo! Got it. Let's go. I'm a magician. Mercenary. You're leaving my
You
friend
thought
alone.
this was the safest route? Paw.
Don't make me leave you behind!
In the face.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now head out.
Yeah.
Whoa, I almost fell in that. Is there a way down? Which class would I recommend? I'm not a person that would give good advice, but because I just started this game myself, I think the best class for DPS would have to be either the Necromancer class or because that's like or which one? Or the I don't know what it's called. I think it's the night class or the I can't think of it in the top of my head right now. But anyways, it's either the Necromancer, the class that I'm using, which is the class is this? Shit, I don't really remember. What class is this? Usually says it right here. He is a Nightblade class. That's what I'm using. I remember. It's a Nightblade class. Nightblade class is more like an assassin. Like he's quick. He doesn't really have good DPS, but he's good to help. Because he has really good, he's like good with magic. He's good with daggers, axes, and stuff like that because it increases the magic that he can use or she can use. Which other class though? There's another class that does really good DPS. I just can't think of it on the top of my head right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think there is 2 high DPS classes. If I recall correctly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Monkeys. I think we're gaining some progress, so that's good. The more progress we can get, the more access we can get to the mission. So we're gonna get into another part of the map right now. We're in Malabar Tor. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Malabar Tor. I don't know. Try to pronounce that right. I'm not really good at pronouncing these names right. I'm gonna try the necromancer then. Okay then. I hope you have a lot of fun in your adventure in the Elder Scrolls Online Tamerial Limited.
Yeah.
I hope you have a really good time. And again, to remind you, there is a lot of quests to do, so you'll never get too bored, because there's always something for you to do. Okay, so now, where do I have to go down? Chill it, Snake. I see you. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to probably turn back around.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you ever played Skyrim before, but that's where Grimoire DLC is at. It's at the western part of Skyrim. It's not at Skyrim, but it's the western part of it. Okay, I'm at the border. I just need to go to this area.
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
keep going here. In the western part of this forest, I can get to the next area. Yeah, Malabar Tor. I can get to this next area of the map. Heavens. Where the hell? No, wait. I'm not trying to get lost. Why did it put me over here? I was...
Yeah.
Am I supposed to get off the bridge and follow the river? I think I'm supposed to get off that bridge and follow the river, because I'm between Greatwood and Malabar Tor, and I want to get away from Greatwood. Oh, yes. But I think I'm gonna have to either jump off and go ahead and try to follow the stream. Because there's something that's blocking me from going here. This is where I want to go. I want to go here. But it keeps making me go here. I want to go to Green Shade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I can't go anymore. I can't go any farther. Take I don't know if I can go anymore. I'm gonna have to go up on that bridge and find another way back into Greenwood. I thought it was a good idea. I mean, it tells me to come back. Yeah, these are mountains. Can I just maybe go all the way around and like come in this part of the area? That's
The undead! Ifri, save us!
Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Nakaharu. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but I'll see you next stream. I hope you have a good day, man.
Let them have it. Fire! Move!
I'm so afraid.
The captain. Where is she?
We need to make a stand here.
I think we made it to Green Shade, everyone. Damn, look how beautiful this place looks. Okay, we made it. Now, all we gotta do is make it to this little town of Marbrook. So let's go ahead and bring out our steed. Let's adventure through this wonderful area of a wasp? What the hell? That thing does not look like a wasp. That thing's huge! Wasp. This is mine. It's tiger shit. Antelopes. That's awesome. There's monkeys all over the place.
Yeah!
That's all we can do for now.
Well, there's people who have bears, so I wonder if there is bears. Yo, chill.
Interested?
Yeah! There's a lot of enemies here. Oh, there's another shrine. Maybe we could go get some free XP while we're strolling through this forest. Yeah! We're not that far from the other shrine. What the hell? We're taking a hit. There's a lot of interesting stuff that we're discovering here. Looky here, there's more stuff. I'm dead. Is that what we're fighting? Whoa! What the hell? That goes. That was crazy. There's bound to be more of them. crazy. There's more of them.
Advance!
What the hell is that? This is badass. You think you can escape? They sound to do with the necromancer. That was crazy.
Impeccable timing. Razumdar's luck strikes again.
What the hell happened? What happened to you, bro? First, we're gonna talk to the benefactor, then we'll talk to you.
What do you want?
What do I want? I want to talk to the benefactor. Where is he? Benefactor. That's that noise I heard. What the hell? It was loud though when I was in there. This place is awesome.
My friend tells me something stirred up the wood orcs again.
I've got my eye on you.
I got my eye on you. Don't stare. Don't give me a stare down if you're not looking to accept me. I'm here, but I don't see no benefactor.
We don't like strangers here.
You know, benefactor.
What do you want?
I'm looking for the benefactor.
What is it?
My friend, how good it is to see you.
What do you want?
We've got almost everything.
Over here, Initiate. Greetings. I have a message for you from Velast, Mistress of Incunabula. Indeed, she has a task for you. You'll want to speak with her as soon as you can. Velast awaits you at the Guild Hall in Daggerfall, along the southern coast of Glenumbra.
I'm looking for
Aha, a guest. We are reconstructing animals. Dead ones, of course. Wouldn't do such a thing to live ones. That would be barbaric. Not to mention impractical. Specifically, we are creating an elixir that will cause small dead animals to wriggle about as if alive.
What the hell?
Well, as it turns out, we're fresh out of parts. Rat parts, I mean. I need you to bring us the head, legs, body, and tail from 4 different rats, so we can combine them into an animated rodent assemblage. Oh, I know the whole thing seems rather rash and improbable, doesn't it? But our methods get results. Bring back the rat parts and we'll have a little rodent scurrying about in no time. Why, it'll be almost lifelike.
What the hell? And then I'm probably gonna have to kill it, right?
No, no, please meet us outside the Fighters Guild. We must set up our experiment there. There is a reason for this. One I would prefer to forget. It involves an early experiment with my associate. An experiment that failed horribly. It's not as simple as you may assume, however. When the two of us are involved, nothing is ever simple. No, please meet us.
That is funny.
I bring an urgent message from Rhea Opacarius, Chief Oracle of the Twilight Queen Azura. Best discuss that with Rhea. Too many eyes and ears here. She awaits you in the Cloudy Dregs Inn in Wayrest.
Well?
I never thought I'd see so many strangers in Baden Wood.
These are frightening times. We must all band together.
Ah, this is the one. Hail, comrade. You are a friend of the Queen, yes? Azazi recognizes you from the sketch, though this one thinks it may not do you much justice.
This is the guy where I saw just hanging about that back there.
Captain Sarendale craves your attention. He awaits you on a lower tier in the city. You must hurry.
Alright.
That's what you will find out when you speak to him. Though I admit, I'm not sure exactly where he is at this very minute. Azazi's paws itch to race into combat. Warriors are not meant to stand around like glorified signposts.
Right. What the hell? I'm confused now.
Hail, chosen of the Queen. We have been expecting you.
Queen Irene sent a missive detailing your arrival and orders. You are here to secure the staff of Magnus.
The staff of Magnus? What?
They say it belonged to Magnus, the god of magic, though no one knows its origins precisely. As to what it does, it suppresses magic, and therefore is a cherished and highly protected artifact.
Safe in our vault below the city. We have guarded it day and night. When you are ready, I shall show you into the vault.
Let's go.
There's a being called the Wilder King who shapes Valenwood. If you would follow me.
Sounds like a load of superstition to me.
That is awesome. They have this. They have the staff of Magnus. I used the staff
As you
of
can
Magnus
see,
in
our
Skyrim.
artisans have built some small amount of civilization amidst this barbaric
pretty cool.
wilderness. Marbrook will soon be a jewel of the Dominion in this backwood territory. As one would expect, we have encountered scattered protests, nonsense about protecting the trees.
Nonsense, bro. You're gonna be thinking.
The local
you're gonna
Bosmer
be
are
thankful
disorganized
about
and
the
flighty.
trees.
Such outbursts usually fizzle out of their own accord.
Just because there's so many trees doesn't mean that we can't.
Ah, the Mages Guild. If you would follow me inside. Behold the Mages Guild. The paint is still fresh. A marvelous addition to the city.
Damn.
Work remains, of course, but one does what one must on the fringes of the Dominion.
Outfit station.
The vault is below. Follow me.
This chick just burped. Excuse you, bitch.
This vault holds many rare plants that no longer exist in the Somerset Isles. Do take a closer look. I am no scholar of botany, but I know something about our specimens.
We've been trying to transplant this unusual variety of redwort plant into Somerset for some time.
Looks like a carrot.
We found these in a Valenwood cave of all places.
Blue balls.
Alchemists pay a dear price for this plant. It will be the jewel of the royal gardens.
Roland's Terror, huh?
Crimson Nernroot. We thought it was a Nord tall tale.
Valenwood soil is not surprisingly very fertile. These specimens are bound for the royal gardens.
This room holds Ayleid relics uncovered across Valenwood. Interesting, aren't they? We've removed any dormant traps that we know of, so feel free to examine them more closely. I will answer any questions you have about them.
These things are remarkable. What the hell? Oh, these are the stones that you see wander around the... Okay, so these stones, they are scattered all around Tamerial. If you find them, they will grant you access to unlock another skill for your skill set. They're all around the world. You just gotta find them.
The tree gifts. We're not actually sure what it does.
That looks like that stone that I had to use for Vivek.
This helm is actually from our own collection, but one of our Bosmer allies stole it and then returned it in exchange for a song.
We stole it and then returned it. That's too funny.
Scholars believe this relic was broken into pieces when it fell from the heavens. They believe there may be others in Hectorhaim, the legendary center of the Valenwood.
This is cool.
Our ancestors have left traces of their civilization across Tamriel. If we follow Queen Irene, our empire will one day rival theirs. Behold, the Staff of Magnus.
Everyone, get your eyes seared onto this. The Staff of Magnus. Wait, I was supposed to take it?
What happened? Where is it?
Uh-oh. Oh no.
By the shining trees of Aldmeris! We have been burgled! But how?
That staff was an illusion. Where's the real one? Uh-oh. This is not good.
I know not. We have guarded the vault day and night.
So
I placed the
wasn't
staff
really real.
myself. No, the vault is off limits to all, but wait. Vicereeve Pelador recently toured the vault.
Uh-oh.
The Queen's business, or so he stated. The staff was present before his visit, but I did not check after he left.
You should have seen after he left if he stole it, bro. You always check. You don't trust anyone. Not even your mother.
Unthinkable.
What
Yet,
the hell?
what other conclusion can we draw? Such illusionary magic is beyond the ken of a common thief. To the surface, I must question the watch.
Question the watch. Come on, you guys. You guys were here and you guys let them take it? How dare you? You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Uh-oh. They're in deep shit.
None have entered the vault save you and the Vicereeve. I have confirmed it. He departed into the wilderness. He said he had orders from the Queen to prepare a gift for Prince Naaman. He did not return. The Vicereeve was always foolishly devoted to the Prince. I pray nothing has happened to him as well. The Staff of Magnus is an extremely powerful object. There's no telling what wickedness he could achieve if he desired it. Rest assured he would not have accessed the vault if we'd had any suspicion of his loyalty. Someone must inform the Queen. I should have expected such initiative from the Queen's Chosen. Tracking down Vicereeve Peladil will take time. That is my responsibility, as the Staff of Magnus disappeared on my watch. I will keep the Queen apprised of our actions.
We have to get it back. How?
Buying, selling. I've got what you need.
Mage's Guild, Halt, and Mournhold. Mournhold.
I've got what you need.
Step up, have a look. I need a break.
These wood elves and their forest. It is good to see a friendly face. Green Shade is a far more exciting place than Raz expected. He hears now that the staff of Magnus has been stolen. As if these rebellious Bosmer rebels were not trouble enough. Not yet, but it is possible. The elves in this part of the Valenwood do not follow King Camoran. They claim to be subjects of the Wilder King, some forest spirit no one has ever seen. They mock the Dominion and call Queen Irene an enemy. We do not know. The Battle Reeves sent a soldier, Hazazi, to negotiate with the Bramblebreach clan, but he has made no progress. Now Raz needs to hunt for the Staff of Magnus, so he asks you, will you find Hazazi and sort this out? The Bramblebreach village is just south of Marbrook. Hazazi is there. He likes to complain, but he's a good soldier. He just needs someone with a more sophisticated negotiation style. And by the time you get back, Raz will have a lead on the staff. This one does not understand Bosmer clan politics, but as Raz hears it, the clans of this part of Valenwood have always been wild. Some even sided against King Camoran in the Blacksap Rebellion. Greenshade is the heart of Valenwood. It is very dangerous and very mysterious, and these Bosmer understand it like no others do. Raz would not be deterred, but even Camoran's Vindusk Rangers avoid traveling in this part of the forest. The obvious answer is probably the right one, Peladil. That toad fulfilled Naamon's every wish. Why should that change just because the prince is dead? Raz knew the Veiled Heritance was a disease not so easily excised. If Peladil has taken the staff, we need to find him and discover what he plans to do with it. The staff is powerful and dangerous.
All of the Dominion is at risk if we cannot find it.
So now we go talk to Hazazi. Hazazi is gonna be outside of the city.
What do you want?
Here he is. He's standing here.
Dark moons. These crazy Bosmer make no sense. Hazazi comes to negotiate on behalf of Queen Irene, to hear their grievances, and all they do is dance and jest. Hazazi has only been here a short while, and already he hates this village.
Relax. I got this.
What negotiations? These dungy elves don't want talk. They say they only answer to the Wilder King. Who is this? Who knows? They'd rather pull Hazazi's tail than give him a straight answer. It's not fair. Hazazi always gets the worst assignments.
It's not fair. I got this, bro. Relax.
Hazazi likes this idea. If you can just get the Bramble Breach to make sense, this one will be impressed. Hazazi thinks it's a wild guar chase, but if you want to try, speak with their tree thane. May you have better luck than Hazazi.
This was just dancing in front of me. That's fucked up. He's just making fun of him. It's a big ass guardian.
When you walk in the room, everyone leaves, don't they?
That was so funny. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha.
Is this on straight?
I didn't think I was being disrespectful. Sometimes people are just impossible to understand.
Another tourist. Rare to have so many visitors in this part of the Valen Wood, didn't you hear? It's much safer behind the shiny new walls of Marbrook. Even King Camoran hesitates to venture into the court of the Wilder King.
Here we go. Already.
Negotiate? About what? Oh, I know. You want us to bow to your queen and swear allegiance to your what's-it's-called? Aldermary Dominion. Huh. Problem is that our allegiance is to the Wilder King, and he doesn't seem to care for your Dominion.
Yeah, speak to him.
Ha! Sure. Let me just pull him from my satchel. You people don't understand. The Wilder King manages the entire forest. Doesn't have time for idle talk. Why do you think so many people doubt his existence? Not in person, but I don't doubt the Wilder King exists. He speaks to me in the babbling brooks and the wind in the trees. Other Bosmer petition him for an audience, but I don't need to. He already tells me everything I need to know. I could tell you, but how do I know you're trustworthy? You ask us to share your enemies, but will you share ours? The wood orcs are a plague we can't seem to be rid of. If you help us drive them off, I'll tell you what you want to know. Lurchers. Take seeds from the shimmering tree in the village and plant them in the orcs' camp. In a few minutes, they'll sprout out with a vengeance. The orc chieftain won't surrender so easily, though. Just kill him. Leave the rest to the lurchers.
Okay.
Don't bother coming back here until you've run off the orcs. I've got important business to attend to. Well, if you plant them in some peat, they sprout into a flower, and then after some time, the flower grows into a lurcher. If you want more than that, you can ask the Wilder King himself, when you get that audience.
Can you believe that tree thing? Was the tree thane as rude to you as she was to me? All I asked was how one might get an audience with the Wilder King, but the way she reacted, you would have thought I was trying to slaughter her children. Did she treat you any differently? She did? That's funny, because Ander and I offered to drive the orcs away and she turned us down. I don't know, I'm beginning to suspect this is some elaborate Bosma trick and the whole village is laughing at us when we're not looking.
Probably are.
I didn't say that. There is definitely a distinctive magical force in this part of Valenwood, but I fail to understand by what logic the tree thane decides who gets an audience with the Wilder King and who gets turned away. Oh, I'm Aranias. Maybe you've read my book, Spriggans in the Green, Story and Myth in Primitive Bosma Society? Probably not, I guess. Anyhow, Ander and I came in a scholarly pursuit to see if this Wilder King is really as powerful as they say.
Self-promotion. She self-promoted herself.
We'll just have to venture deeper into the forest on our own. We'll probably get lost and suffer a slow and painful death, but that's the risk we have to take. If you're going after the wood orcs, though, I know something that might make it easier. If you want, you can take the essence from the calope tree and rub it all over your body to cloak yourself in a haze of forest moths. The wood orcs won't even see you.
Interesting. Thanks.
Oh, one more thing. Ander scouted out the orcs' camp pretty extensively. He might have some useful observations if you ask. Good luck with the wood orcs and that tricky tree thing. Maybe we'll meet again when we find the Wilder King. Me? I was born and raised in the Somerset Isles on a rather small island known as Silitar. It's a pretty secluded place. Growing up there was what first sparked my interest in studying nature magic. But, well, it was very lonely. Of course not. He's mainly here, acting as my guardian. They warned us that this place was dangerous, and if the Wilder King is really as unpredictable as people say, well, never hurts to be prepared. There seem to be a lot more rumors than any real facts. Some say he's a man. Others say he's a spirit, an embodiment of the forest. What I find most fascinating, though, is the rumor that he actually shapes the entire forest. That's just incredible.
I spent several hours watching the wood orcs and evaluating their weaknesses. As a whole, their strength is in numbers. As long as you don't take on the entire camp, you should be fine. The chieftain's the one you have to watch out for.
What's so tough about him?
By the look of his scars, he's seen his share of battle, and he knows how to take a beating. Don't shaman who's never far from his side as well. I'd focus on killing the shaman first. Good luck.
Thank you. Now for the tree. Oh, damn. That was crazy. He just turned into a monster. So that's what he turned into? Not our guardians or lurchers? So many of them. Just stay by the wall, they won't see me.
Never trust an elf. Pointy-eared backstabbers.
It's right by them. What the hell? How the hell am I supposed to use club?
He enjoys the attention.
This is awesome. Damn. Booyah! Let's move. Chieftain. Is he dead? Did I kill him? See the war chief anywhere. Like the chieftain, I mean. Well, it probably takes a while because we killed all of them, so maybe it just takes a while.
Wood Elves have a friend who's not afraid to fight. Good. Now give me your best.
Hell yeah. Killed them all. Well, technically, I did all the work. So after the Elder Scrolls Tamerial Unlimited stream, I will be streaming either Call of Duty, or I think, yeah, just Call of Duty for now.
My scouts came back singing your praises. They said the Wood Orcs broke quickly after you killed Chieftain Thragdosh and unleashed the Guardians. I wasn't exactly expecting you to succeed. Seems there's more to you than meets the eye.
Oh, come on, let me meet your god. Where's he at? Is he scared?
And you're worried I won't hold up my end of the bargain? No, I keep my promises. You got rid of those parasitic orcs. You've earned the right to petition the Wilder King for an audience. I hope I haven't given you a sense of false hope, though. Bosma around here petition the Wilder King for an audience all the time, and he rarely responds. More than likely, you're simply wasting your time. Suit yourself. Just south of my home, you'll find the petitioning stone. Just touch it. Probably nothing will happen. If he wants to speak with you, though, he'll appear when you touch that stone. I never said it was complicated. Besides, by scaring off those wood orcs, you just might have improved your chances. The Wilder King sees these things, you know. All right, run along now, and may the forest part to reveal your path.
May the force be with you. So I just gotta go to the south of her home. And touch the stone. Then he should appear. Oh shoot. What the hell? He's real.
Welcome to my court, outsider. Since you entered my domain, I have watched your actions with keen interest. You have been generous with my people and more patient than I expected. But I still cannot gather one thing. Why have you come?
To negotiate.
Again, not what I expected. I think I've heard of this Old Merry Dominion, but I don't see how inclusion in this group would appeal to me or to the people in my domain. Aligning with you would only alienate us from others. Interesting. You think we have common enemies? My only enemies are those who would seek to harm Valenwood. Let us test your theory, though. Show me one of these enemies of whom you speak, so I might better understand.
Okay. You want to know my enemies? Alright. I will show you my enemies.
Use the other stone pillar, the one on the platform behind us. Touch that stone pillar and an apparition will appear. One of your enemies, as you say. Fight this enemy so that I might see its true nature.
Yes, I will.
Strike us down. The veiled inheritance will always rise again.
That was awesome.
Zazi is finished with this village.
No, Hazazi.
Now you are negotiating with a forest spirit who calls himself a king? With all those floating leaves, Hazazi thinks he looks very silly. Do you really think this is going somewhere? Or is it just a waste of time? By the light of John and Jod, this is the craziest thing ever seen. Razumdar would have lost his patience by now. If you think all this makes sense, then Hazazi is starting to wonder about you too.
Just relax. Sorry about my friend.
I sense the darkness in the heart of the one you fought, but he has already been defeated, has he not? And those like him, they may not all share his darkness. You should have me call these people enemies, though. The Veiled Inheritance. Yes, I am familiar with this distinction as well. There is one among this group who has come to Valenwood to see me, and I find her curious. Very curious. I'm not inclined to consider her an enemy. She is one who has been blessed with fascinating gifts. Gifts I cannot afford to ignore. You would know her identity, though. I was able to capture one of her memories. Touch the petition stone again, and I will share it with you.
We have much need of someone like you, Aranias.
Yes, young one. We have a problem in the Valenwood that will require your talents specifically.
I would be honored to help however I can.
An opportunity has arisen to strike a devastating blow to the Dominion, to divide the Bosmer.
The Bosmer in Greenshade claim allegiance not to King Camoran, but to a man they call the Wilder King.
Killing this Wilder King will drive the Bosmer mad. He is very elusive, though, so I will need your help to find him.
You realize we are entrusting you with an important task, I hope, my dear.
Of course, Lady Estria, you can count on me.
Do they want her to kill him? What?
As you've just seen, the young girl Aranais is associated with the Veiled Heritance. Until I know more about her, I hesitate to call her an enemy. I will have more insight soon, though. Even now, Aranais is on her way to my throne.
Oh, God. You need a oh, no, this is bad. This is very, very bad.
So she believes. But there may be a greater truth to her purpose here. You may not like this, but I sense the same is true of you.
Thank you. When my stuff is full. Why is it full?
As you've just seen, the young girl... So she believes. Like the branches of a grat oak, I believe that Aranais' destiny, my destiny, and your destiny are all intertwined. I cannot yet see how these events will play out, but I do know that like Aranais, you must come deeper into the forest.
I must come deeper into the forest.
You must eventually come to my throne, but not yet. Each of us is a strand to be spun into the story of Valenwood. You should seek out the spinner, Marrowan. He can tell us how this story began and where it should end. Yes, traveling through Valenwood is a funny thing. It may take them many days to find the path to my throne. You have all the time you need. Find the spinner's cottage and speak to Marrowan. Safe journeys, my friend.
Did he just spit on me?
Dancing elves, forest spirit kings. These people are pulling on the tail in more ways than one. You can stay if you want to, but Azazi thinks it is time for him to return to Marbrook.
Alright. Safe travels, my friend. Now I'll be heading to southwest.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Lurchers. Aha. This is a saber tiger. This is a saber tiger. What the hell? What the hell? Look at him! imp. It's an oak shield. Maybe I can use that. Tigers, please. Tigers! No! I don't want to hurt you. No.
I was beginning to think you wouldn't make it. I've already begun Aranias' story. Yes, of course. I have been waiting for you for some time. The story needs you to play a part in the present and in the past.
In the past? What?
You certainly took your time about things. Not your fault, I understand, not your fault. We may yet get this right.
I took my time.
Inside the story, my time? You must also enter the story in order to help her. Aranias wants to see the Wilder King. I'm his gatekeeper. To see him, you ask me nicely, and then I tell you a story. A story that you take part in. Yes, the story is one from her own past, but she's convinced that she's living through these events for the first time. You'll play the part of the close friend she never had. Someone she can trust, who can change the person Aranias becomes.
So I have to become a friend to her. Okay.
Ask nicely. Of course. Now, sit down by the fireplace. Imagine there's a nice warm fire burning there, and I'll set the scene. Have a seat by the fire, and let me know when you're ready to hear the story. Remember, ask nicely.
Ask nicely. Alright, let's look into the fire, shall we?
Imagine the flames are the waves of a vast ocean.
Okay. An ocean.
Cold waves on a clear blue ocean off the coast of Somerset. Now picture an island. Trees around the island shimmer in the sunlight. Each gently cresting ocean wave sparkles. Many stow. One of those two Altma stands outside the manor on this island. Her island. Go to her. Become her friend.
Alright, let's go become her friend, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go into the ocean. I was actually imagining it too. I was closing my eyes imagining it. That is funny. I was like, what the hell? Where the hell am I? Okay, we have to go find Ariana's. What the sharpest?
The island of Scimitar.
Pie? I'll take some pie. What? What? I still have that? I tried deconstructing that, but it wouldn't let me. That's awesome. Might as well take advantage.
I'm so glad you could come. My parents will be back tonight, and I was afraid I'd have to face them alone again. That's why I asked you to come early. I'm not sure what will happen either. Before they get back, I want to be carefree. We can visit some of our favorite places together. Why wouldn't I? We practically grew up together. You're the only one I can trust these days. Bramblebreach? You know my parents have never let me leave Silitar after they saw what I can do. I've missed so much. What happened at Bramblebreach? They were afraid, like everyone else. After I raised up the land under the sea and smashed that ship, even though nobody got hurt, they said my magic was too dangerous. You're the only one who isn't afraid of me. You're not afraid, right? You don't know what this means to me. Now, what will we do first? I know, let's race to the lighthouse like we did when we were little. Bet you still can't catch me. Watch your step! Don't trip! Are my vines getting in your way? Not bad. You're pretty fast. Maybe. You know, I've always had a special connection to the land. Sometimes things happen and I don't even think about it. It just happens. I'm sorry, it just happened. Wait, something's wrong. Can you feel that? The land's in pain, burning hot. Look, the farm's burning! Over the rise. Wait. Too many footsteps, and it's too early for my parents' return. Boots. Boots. There are invaders on Silitar. We have to stop them. show them. No one attacks my island. What have they done to my farm? Why would they do this? Animals! Does it matter? I'm tired of this. Everyone wants to hurt me or use me, and it stops now. Where were you when my parents tested me? Where were you when I needed you most? You left me. Why are you even here? Do you want something from me too? I'm sorry. After my parents left, I felt so alone. I couldn't find you. People kept coming. They'd attack, hound me, want me to show them what I can do, like I was a circus animal or some kind of pet. I shouldn't take it out on you. No, it's not your fault. Thanks to you, these bastards didn't get very far. They could have destroyed everything. It's getting late. We need to clean up before my parents return. Meet me at the manor later.
Come, I must speak with you once more. In her tale, Aranias was volatile, and she swung between anger, shame, and hope. Feared by her own parents because of her abilities, she faced the bandits alone. This made her bitter and hardened against others, vulnerable to outside influences. You will soon see it for yourself. But first, you should view another scene from Aranias' past. She was a bit younger and excited about her newly found skills. Are you ready? Of course not. For her, it hasn't happened yet. Remember, I put you into her past to help her when she's at her most vulnerable. She lashed out at you just now because she can't fight against her parents. She trusts you. That's what's important.
Why are your clothes all wet?
Mother, what do you think of this tree? How about this island you're standing on?
The ground is soaked. I'll need new shoes now.
I made it.
What? You made the ground soggy?
The island. I made this little island.
What? What do you mean you made it?
These trees, those rocks, none of this was here yesterday. The ground is wet because I used my magic to pull it up from under the water.
Oh, Ara, what have you done?
Gifted with a rare and powerful ability, Aranias tried in vain to win her parents' affection. So much happened next, but I especially draw your attention to two particular events. One scene is atop the lighthouse, the other in the Manor's Great Hall. They will help you understand more about our troubled Altmer, I hope. No. The greatest challenge comes next, and Aranias needs you. Her parents returned after the attack on the farm, and brought with them the people they considered their daughter's only hope, the Veiled Heritants. She should not face this alone. Getting changed at the manor. You should do the same after you watch those scenes. You'll find a change of clothes in the guest bedroom off the Great Hall. Then, go to Aranias in the garden.
sorry.
How many more ships will you sink?
It was an accident.
Accidents are spilling water, dropping glass. You lifted a ship out of the ocean with a wall of rock.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Your mother and I will discuss your punishment. Go.
Your father and I leave for Somerset in the morning.
I won't do it again, I promise. I'll try harder. Don't leave me behind!
Don't grovel. It's unbecoming. We will return with help to control your temper.
How much more can I apologize? I said I'm sorry.
No, Ara. It's just you need training. What you did to the ship, that scares people.
What sort of training, Father? You look good. How do you feel? You asked me this before, silly. I don't know, but when I think about changing things around me, my thoughts come true. Remember when that merchant ship sank? I'd lifted the ground out of the ocean. I just forgot to lower it again. There are so many people. And look, it's High Kin Lady Estrie. Why is she here? I bet my parents want me to show off my powers. I thought they were bringing me a teacher or something. Hesitant? I hate this, and they've got something particular they want to see. Would you do me a favor and find out? Mingle among them, eavesdrop. Find out what they've planned for me. I'm not sure yet. They'll probably want another statue raised from the ground. My parents treat that like a party trick, and this is a party after all. But the way they're talking, it sounds more dangerous, and I'm a bit worried, to be honest.
Her parents invited me to witness her powers firsthand. She lifted the ground up under my very feet. Her demonstration today will not be one of skill, but of character.
Ander demonstrates amazing potential. Why are we bothering with this girl and her clods of dirt? Ander could melt them with hardly a thought. What do they call her? The Rock Witch? Hilarious. Provincial.
Onder has one of the little beggars in the field, away from the house. Aranias will demonstrate her talents on the other. Her demonstration will determine how we employ her talents.
I'm afraid this one is about to die. I didn't realize how frail Bosma were. Not this goblin-faced meat-eater, his wife. Wait a minute. You're not with the Heritants?
They took my wife. They will give her to the witch, the rock witch. The land will kill her. They said the land...
You killed Ander? That's not supposed to happen. Oh, don't worry. It was an entertaining twist, to be sure. But sadly, as real as it may seem, this is just a story. In real life, you were not there to kill Ander. He has had considerable time to grow in power, and his temper has not gotten any longer, if you understand me. It seems the Veiled Heritants have sent him after Aranias to ensure she kills the Wilder King, or dies if she fails. I met him. He wanted to get into this story, but he wouldn't ask nicely. But there's nothing we can do about that right now. We have a story to finish. Aranias' big moment is about to arrive. You should go to her. In the garden. She's been commanded to kill the wife of this Bosma. You should hurry to her. She faced this alone last time.
This creature is no different from those who burned your farm. Please. Aranias, my child, raise the ground up to trap this animal.
Please let us go.
Aranias, do you remember how helpless you were when your farm burned? Good. Good. Now tear this animal apart.
This is my test. If I can take the life of this girl, it means that I am willing to make the necessary sacrifices.
What about the Bosma who attacked my island? What were they, Dominion ambassadors? A peace mission? If I refuse to kill this Bosma, then what? I'll be alone again. The Rock Witch of Silitar, a monster for fairy tales.
You're here with me now, but what about later? No, that's not it. I must trust myself. Believe I can do what's right. I don't need anyone, you or the Veiled Heritance, to guide me. I am stronger than this. I won't murder an innocent to prove I can, no matter who demands it. The Veiled Heritance won't control my destiny. I will. I can do this, and I shall. No, I won't do it!
You were a fine character, most enjoyable, and it looks like you made quite an impression on Aranias. As one story ends, another reaches its climax. Our little bit of mischief was a success. Because of you, Aranias may very well betray her masters to defend the Wilder King. You were a fine character. Most as one story. Truly, I hope we never need change a story so extensively again. Though we spinners can do so, it's usually better to let a tale conclude on its own. Usually. Venturing into the story of Aranias' past has sown the seeds of her transformation, but they have yet to sprout. Even now, she and Ander blaze a trail of destruction toward the Wilder King's throne. Their intention is to destroy him. Preserving his life may be impossible at this point, but you must try. Without him, the Valenwood will rage out of control. The only hope lies with Aranias and with you. Go to Greenheart and follow the trail of fire to the Wilder King's throne.
It's good you're here. With earth magic and fire, Aranias and Ander force their way towards my throne, leaving chaos in their wake. I've lost control of my guardians. My power fades. I've always wondered what death would be like. Soon, I will know. My end was inevitable all along. Someone new must become caretaker of the Valenwood. Aranias was guided here for this purpose. It's fascinating. In her heart, I think she knows the truth, but she's conflicted. Perhaps it is Ander's influence. I think you should catch up with him. Follow the trail of fire. Aranias must choose to accept the responsibility of her own accord, but Ander will not understand. I expect he will oppose her, and she will need your help to defeat him. Quickly, Aranias wavers. She knows now why she was guided here. Not to destroy the Valenwood, but to save it. She wants to change course, but she's afraid. She's afraid to stand up to Onda. Aranias' powers grow as she draws closer to the throne. She opened the ground here and they entered the throne tunnels. You must follow. You must be there to help Aranias when she decides to make her stand. My hold over the creatures of the Valenwood has weakened. That is why they panic and attack. I lack the strength to pull them back. But I can make it so you appear less threatening. Be careful, though. This enchantment will only last a short time.
I won't let you kill him, Onda.
Get out of my way, girl! I have no patience for this!
It's you. From Silitar. My friend. Thank the Eight. You were right about the veiled heritance, I'm sure now. They used me as bait to trick the Wilder King, and now Onder's going to kill him. I can't let that happen. I have to stop Onder. I don't know. But somehow it seems like that's what I was meant to do all along. When he burned the forest, I actually felt its pain. I think I'm connected to this place. I can't fight Onder, though. He's too strong. Will you help me? He's gone ahead. I can travel through the roots to catch up, but you will have to fight your way through. This might help. Use this bundle of roots and you can burrow for short distances. It will at least get you past Onder's fires. I will protect the Wilder King as long as I can, but you must hurry.
There be no end to these interruptions!
Aranias was guided here to take my place, but I believe you were guided here to assure her ascension. If you had not come, I fear Arndor would have killed us both, leaving the Valenwood wild and vengeful. Many lives would have been lost. Yes, for centuries my sole focus has been shaping and maintaining the Valenwood, protecting it from outside influence and from itself. Now that she has come, I am free to return to the Earth, give back to that which has given so much to me. Aranias, yes. For centuries my sole focus has been shaping and maintaining the Valenwood, protecting it from... She is up above. You should go to her. She is frightened of the transformation process, but you must comfort her. This is the natural course of things. It is necessary for her and for the Valenwood, but she must choose it of her own accord.
I'm scared. Shouldn't I be feeling confident? I mean, we defeated Onder. Look at all of this, though. I've worked my magic on small pieces of land in the Somerset Isles, but this is an entire forest, a living forest. Tell me I can do this. I think he was a man too once, the Wilder King. I mean, he was like us, but when he took this on, he became something else. I think he merged with the Valenwood and forgot his previous self entirely. Well, yes. It means that once I accept this responsibility and become Wilder Queen, I'll forget my previous life, my home, my youth, everything. No, but they are my memories, and some of them fond. The ones with you. They seem only partially real, but they're the memories I'll miss most. I have to let go, though. The way I embrace you in my heart, that's how I must embrace the Valenwood. Yes, but I need your help. You must climb the tower further and place the Wilder King's crown in the gardens there. Then you must wait for me. Promise you'll wait. Everything is so very different. It's like I'm no longer a single physical form, but my being is spread out across the forest. Aranias is slipping away. You are my friend, though, whoever I become. Will you stay for just a moment? I am prepared to lose my memories, but I don't want to lose the lessons I've learned. You helped me understand the difference between a foe and a friend. I'm determined not to forget that, nor to forget you. I am prepared to lose my memory. I know why you originally came here. To ask for the Wilder King's allegiance to the Aldmeri Dominion. To know the Valenwood was on your side. Would you still make such a request to me now? And I freely give it. On behalf of myself and the Valenwood, you have our allegiance. I only hope Irene realizes that her best ally stands before me now. Before Aranias' memories fade, though, there's something else I must tell you. It's the Veiled Heritons. As you may know, they stole the Staff of Madness. I know not where they've taken it, but you should search in Woodhearth, to the west. I will open a portal to the western gate of Greenheart. Goodbye, my friend.
One foot after the other and eyes forward, Helwyn. Best not look at what you've left behind. Oh, you startled me. Yeah.
I can't believe it. He was right again. When will I learn not to wager my gold against Razumdar's instincts? He said you would be coming this way. Is it true, then? Did you persuade the Wilder King to swear loyalty to Queen Irene? The Wilder Queen, eh? Times are changing in Valenwood, aren't they? All this has put the Dominion in a delicate position. I suppose that's why it's so important that we are here. Razum-Dar sent me here to await your arrival. He wants you to join him as quickly as possible. It seems Vicereeve Peladil came this way after stealing the staff of Magnus. Who can be certain? I suspect he merely seeks to find a ship and flee back to the Somerset Isles. Perhaps he is determined to see Prince Naaman's body laid to rest there. Razum-Dar has his own suspicions, though, and he seemed quite concerned. He was unwilling to share his suspicions with me. Whatever his instincts may be, though, this time I will wager that he's on the mark. Undoubtedly, Razum-Dar intends to share his thoughts with you. You'll find him in the Thalmor headquarters.
Will you hold still? This illusion requires precision, which I cannot achieve with your tail constantly twitching.
Bah! This Thalmor mage will drive Razum-Dar mad. Stand here. Hold this. Everything's so exact. This one prefers more flexibility. He hopes you agree, because we must move quickly here if we are to protect the Dominion. We must find Peladil, of course. This one tracked his stinking hide here after he stole the staff of Magnus. He's the boss of the Veiled Heritance now, and he has allies here in Woodhearth. Dirty traitors who conspire against Queen Irene. This we do not know yet, but Razum-Dar has devised the perfect way to flush these rats from their hidey holes. If they had an opportunity to assassinate the Queen, surely they would take advantage of it, yes? No, Razum-Dar will be the Queen instead, if this mage does his job, of course. We will go soon, so Raz must prepare. Speak to Trithane Fariel. She can tell you more about the traitors who are helping Peladil. This one would ask a favor. If the Thalmor mage turns Razum-Dar into a monkey, you must exact vengeance. Oh, a perfect illusion, he says, to make Razum-Dar look like Queen Irene. This one prefers a regular disguise, but Trithane Fariel doubts that would suffice. You should speak to her so we can get on with this. Razum-Dar thought the Vicereeve was a clawless coward. Always going on with Prince name on this and Prince name on that. So pathetic. But he is more tricky now. All this one knows is that Peladil is near and that he has the staff of Magnus. Last time this one saw Naaman, he was still quite dead. But Peladil wouldn't drag around the prince's corpse just to make sure he gets a proper burial. Some sort of necromancy must be planned, but why? Naaman can't rule the Dominion if he is undead.
So you're the one who's going to accompany the cat on this guar-brained scheme of his. I hope you realize what you're up against. These traitors in our city have sought to stir up rebellion since the day King Camoran joined the Dominion. So you'd think, but we've never caught any of the traitors. They may not actually be Bosmer at all. Our enemies are always one step ahead of us. Roman doesn't want to believe it, but I think it's obvious there's a spy among the Thalmor. No, we've gone to great pains to keep Razum-Dar's plans secret. The spy must believe that Irene is really here. There have been rumors that the Maormer planned to raid us, so we've put word out that the Queen has come to make sure the city's safe. Yes, mad as the cat may be, his plan might actually work. The story is that the Queen wants to personally investigate the old Imperial underground. You'll escort her there to meet Astaril, a Thalmor officer we suspect may be a spy. Ha! The cat didn't tell you, did he? No, we can't send any guards. We don't know who we can trust. He thinks the two of you can handle it, though. I don't know if I'd call that confidence or foolhardiness, but I hope Bandar is with you either way. As soon as Xanador gets the spell right and turns you...
Very convincing. But is the illusion applied everywhere? Perhaps this one should take a moment in private to double-check, yes?
There were no miscalculations, I assure you. Now excuse me, I must wash the smell of cat from my robes.
Raz looks good in this form, but then Raz always looks good. Queen Irene could maybe learn a thing or two from this one. A fair point. Raz, I will keep that in mind. You have spoken with the Tree Thane, then? You understand my genius plan, yes? Yes. There we will find out the truth about this Thalmor officer Astaril. She's quite the beauty, I'm told, but traitors are never what they seem, yes? This one is... no. I'm ready when you are. Be ready. This one is counting on you to watch her back. Astaril, is that you?
Yes. Come closer, my queen. I have something for you.
What is this?
A gift in memory of Prince Naaman. Vice-Reeve Peladil sends his regards.
You will die, and the true King of Alinor will rise again.
Well, that hurt. Raz will be fine. A few burns will not kill this one. But for the moment, he thinks you should press on alone. You must catch Astaril and find out where Peladil is hiding. She used some kind of magic to escape, but it was not a portal, so she cannot have gone far. She must still be here, somewhere in these tunnels.
So the girl failed to eliminate her. No matter. Changes nothing.
Raz heard sounds of fighting. Did you catch up with Astaril? Were you able to question her about Peladil? Dark moons. If Astaril got away, we will have to track her down. And the Veiled Heritance is here? That is troubling. Razumdar suspected a few might have come, but he did not expect them to be here in any numbers. Some of Razumdar's contacts warned him that the Veiled Heritance was not putting all its hopes on Prince Naaman, that they had backup plan. Naaman is dead. This must be backup plan. Possibly. If they cannot rule the Dominion, perhaps they would destroy it by attacking Valenwood. But Raz would not have thought the Heritage could muster enough manpower. Let us go. We must tell Trithain Fariel what we have learned.
And after we speak to this person, we're gonna close the stream, and then we're gonna continue our stream on to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So I thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm gonna close the stream any second now. And those who enjoy the stream, please remember to leave a like, share, subscribe, and thank you guys for tuning in.
If what Razumdar says is true, the city of Woodhearth owes you a debt. Of course, if the city's attacked and destroyed, that won't be worth much. Maybe we can prevent that. The cat said you found orders from Vicereeve Peladil. Can I see them? Damn, this proves that Peladil is planning something here. Something even bigger than killing the Queen. I'm glad you brought it to light. I just hope it's not too late for us to do something about it. There's something about Peladil's orders. The reference to Astaril seems strange, and a Roman still refuses to believe she betrayed us. Either way, Asteril's the key to unraveling this mess. We need to question her and find out what she knows. Well, if she hasn't realized we're onto her, we might be able to catch her by surprise. She might be down at the Thalmor residence right now. I assume a Roman will want to be there when you confront her. The three of you should go quickly, though. Even if Asteril's fled the city, you might be able to find some clues about Peladil's plans in her quarters. Let's hope you find something, because otherwise we don't have much to go on. Not much, really. I heard he just followed Prince Naaman around like a little lost puppy. Now he runs off with Naaman's body, steals the Staff of Magnus, and takes charge of the Veld Heritance. It seems this puppy might have a bite after all.